Let's bring in Elton Brand, the Sixers GM, pulled off the big deal with Jimmy Butler. Butler is, I believe, making his debut tonight in Orlando against the Magic. Elton, good to have you back on. Is that true that Jimmy Butler will make his debut tonight?
That is true, and I've seen a Raptors game. They are pretty good.
Thank you, Elton. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to talk to you about, so thanks for joining us here.
Yeah, no problem.
How did you know that Jimmy Butler was the right piece for this team?
It was a talent. It was his talent. You know, we'll figure out the rest with the spacing, the shooting, but when you can add a top 15 player, you have to take a shot.
Can you speak to Butler before you make a deal for Butler?
No, you cannot speak to him. And I actually know some friends of his from Chicago, and they're like, hey, here's his number, but that's against the rules, so I couldn't speak to him direct or his agent.
Did you text him?
No.
Okay. I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm just curious. It's strange to be trading for somebody and could be an important part of you trying to win a championship. But then did you reach out to his former teammates? Can you talk to them?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yes. Michael Dunleavy Jr., Najee Muhammad, all types of his ex-teammates, just to find out what kind of person he was in the locker room. I'm reading different interviews from him. I'm seeing different interviews on TV about him. So I just wanted to know what the players actually felt about him in the locker room.
And I mentioned this before you came on, that this is probably a feeling out period for both of you, the team with Jimmy Butler and Jimmy Butler looking at the team. So it's sort of like you're dancing here. You're not sure if you're going steady or going to get engaged because he can opt out of his contract. So you may be left with nothing. So you went into this prepared for that possible scenario?
Yes, Dan, absolutely. Like that's a fair, very fair statement. So we hope that he sees a fit with us, and we hope we see a fit with him. But there's nothing binding. If he opts out of his contract this summer, then we will have discussions if we both see a fit. But other than that, there's nothing going for it.
Who's the team to beat in the East right now?
Toronto. We talked about them. Boston. I agree with what you guys are saying when you had me on hold. I think they figure it out. And don't forget about Milwaukee. I played with Coach Budenhauser. He's a great coach. They have a load of talent. And Indiana's right there too. So, when I had a chance to get this level of talent, I just felt like we had to do it.
How nervous were you making this deal?
No, I'm nervous. I'm still a little still a little nervous that it's going to work out, but I'm excited and I think it will, but it's a big trade for the city, for our team. We lost two of our kind of not cornerstone pieces, but pieces that were homegrown and beloved in the locker room and within the organization and the city. So taking a big risk here.
But when you see that, are you waiting for a phone call? Is that one of those where you tell your friend, hey, do not call me. I'm waiting to see if we're going to pull off this Jimmy Butler deal.
Yes, for 2 days. It was I'll get back to you tomorrow, and I didn't hear back. So then I'm like, well, do I call back or do I seem not as interested? Like it was one of the back to your dating analogy. It's like, well, I don't want her to know I like her too much. So no, it was one of those.
How many times were you traded in your career?
I was traded from the Bulls to the Clippers, and then I think the rest of the times I either signed free agency or was cut.
How were you told?
My agent, David Falk, called me for the first one, and he knew before it happened and actually gave me a few options. Like, do you want to go to the Wizards or to L.A.? Because he, being a super agent that he is. So my agent told me first.
We're talking to Elton Brand, the 76ers GM, and my first reaction when you got Jimmy Butler is what this meant for Markelle Fultz. That I know that he had playing time. I don't know, how much it's reduced now, but what's it mean for his role with this team moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be ripple effects between the whole squad. Everybody's going to see the effects of a four-time All-Star coming to your team with minutes and role and everything like that. But we're still going to try to develop him the best way we can.
Man, I feel bad for him, Elton. I know a lot of this game, everybody's got talent and a lot of it's mental, but I was heartbroken when I saw the free throws that it's gotten that bad. I don't know how you fix it.
No, I know, and that's part of my job is to put him in an environment and let's try to find out ways too. But you're right. Like he's one of ours. He's with us. So we just have to find ways and do our best to support him for sure.
Have you ever seen something like this where somebody gets the yips from the free throw line?
Well, I wouldn't call it the Y word, but no, I haven't. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, like guys will, like they're guys who have nightmares that they lose their shot, or this happens in all sports where you think I can't make. I mean, it doesn't happen to me, Elton, but it happens to other shooters in there.
No, I know, and baseball. I've heard a lot of baseball and other. Yeah, no, a lot of sports, especially at the professional level with different pressure contracts and things like that. Absolutely.
If you need me to come in, I can help. I can put on a shooting clinic if you want to as a consultant. I'd be more than happy to help the 76ers free of charge, Elton. You just let me know, okay?
All right. Thanks, as always.
I appreciate
Sorry about my voice.
I appreciate that. Hey, congrats and good luck. We always appreciate your time.
Thanks, Ted.
That's Elton Brand. Elton Brand. I think my relationship with him goes back to his freshman year at Duke. I think it's that long that we've been in touch with him.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.